Welcome to this internal training video on color management and control, which is essential for maintaining product quality. The goal of these guidelines is to achieve quicker and better color work, ensure consistent color quality across the supply chain, and equip all teams with practical color control knowledge. Color consistency is vital, as it is the first thing a consumer notices and a critical factor in the buying decision. As an introduction to the color guidelines, remember that color is typically the first thing a consumer notices and is a critical factor in their purchasing decisions. These guidelines are applicable to all brands and product types across the group, including textile, leather, paper, and metal. Separate guidebooks exist for cosmetic products and footwear. Importantly, each supplier must ensure all subcontractors also comply. The process involves 5 key roles. The supplier color responsible evaluates lab dips, internal color development confirms color direction, merchandising reviews the color for each style, quality assurance verifies quality, and production proceeds with bulk manufacturing after final approval. The approval process is a structured journey from communication to sample submission. It involves 5 steps: initial communication, specification and approval, lab dips and development, sample submission, and final approval and next steps. Approved color standards include Pantone Fashion, Pantone Color Bridge, and Pantone Textile Cotton. Testing requires all fabrics to match approved Pantone references under standard lighting, D65. A tolerance of delta E less than or equal to 1.0 is required, and test reports must be maintained. Shade control requirements must adhere to ISO 105A02 grayscale, with a minimum acceptable grade of 4 to 5. Ensure you use only approved dyestuffs, follow standard procedures, maintain consistent process parameters, and monitor results regularly. Approved illuminants for color viewing conditions are essential for accurate assessment. These include shop light LED, cool white LED, and daylight LED, each with a specific correlated color temperature. Lab dip and strike-off evaluation requires mounting the best match face side up on the submission form, with a minimum size of 4x 10 centimeters. A spectrophotometer report is also required where applicable. Special material types have their own guidelines. Bulk production color control involves 4 checkpoints: full-width cutting at material inspection, visual checks against color standards, inline monitoring of every 10 rolls, and a final random roll check before shipment. For color fastness and swatch maintenance, all color standards must be labeled with the color code, stored in dry, controlled conditions, and protected from direct sunlight and excessive heat. Swatches should be handled with care and replaced if damaged. Instrumental color measurement is performed using recommended equipment such as the Datacolor SpectraFlash SF650 or X-Rite Colorize 7000A. Ensure instrument settings are correct, including color space CMC 2:1 and illuminant TL830. It is important to understand common color defects, which stem from different types of color blindness. These include protanopia, deuteranopia, and tritanopia, as well as the, quote, anomalous versions, which involve reduced sensitivity to certain light wavelengths. Color failures can be traced back to instrument, material, process, or measurement issues. Examples include wrong instrument settings, incorrect raw materials, poor mixing, or uncalibrated instruments. Identifying these root causes is key to prevention. Corrective actions include verifying instrument settings and ensuring minimum 2 readings for plane dimensions. Preventative measures involve regular calibration, training operators on best practices, and maintaining a clean, controlled environment. Documentation and record keeping are critical. Maintain a roll record and a milled test certificate with each delivery. Ensure traceability by retaining records for a minimum of 10 years, covering from raw material to final product. Key do's include using specified illuminants in a dark room and folding samples opaque before measurement. Don'ts include evaluating under ambient light or using glossy, translucent, or unfolded samples. Only submit the best match. Best practices for color management involve 5 key areas: communication, standardization, continuous monitoring, process discipline, and shade management. These ensure consistent color quality throughout the supply chain. To summarize, key takeaways emphasize the importance of strong typography, consistent color palettes, clear structure, data-driven insights, simplicity in design, and actionable next steps for measurable progress.